All right, so our last one is called a challenge. Let's try to put some of these ideas, apply them even when we might have a discontinuous graph. So remember, for our domain, right, we'll start with the domain. You can start either way. If you like looking up and down first, start with the range. If you like looking left and right first, start with the domain. And this is a graphing calculator slide, and we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna use some, I want to do a slider here. Oh, hold on. -10 to pop. Okay, so what I want to, I wanted to create this slider so that way it just gives you this visual of what I mean by like drag your hand or drag your pencil right across the graph. If we're looking at the domain, I want to go left and right. So here, right, as I'm dragging it, I can see, oh, look, where does my first, right, from the left to the right, what's my first X value? And I see right here, X equals -6. And as I keep dragging along, I end right here. Now I got, look here, X equals -3. And notice that in this graph, right, between -3 and and -2, right, it's a big jump. So this space, right, is not included in the domain. So these X values between -3 and -2 are not included. So we're going to start here again at X equals -2, and we're going to keep going all the way until we hit more of the graph, X equals -1. And notice right here, the endpoints are included and here they are not. We can see that here, we can see that here. And then we'll keep going across. And then we'll see that one is not included and one is. So before we, now I want to, let's take each, right? It says, write the domain of this function using inequalities in the rows below. Hint, use a new row for each new region. So let's just start with the first region. You don't have to do this slider thing. I just wanted to use it to show you how you can start reading these graphs. So here, right, we start at -6 and it's included. So we want less than and equal to and X. And look again, whoa, it shoots everything out, right? It has this whole spot is now what this inequality is telling us. However, we don't want to do that, right? We want it to end right here. All right, I'll keep using, sorry, it's like red on red, right? We want it to end right here at X equals -3. So we want less than or equal to -3. Boom. Right? And now we have this domain, right? Part of our domain. And now we can, well, I added a row. So you just hit enter to add a row. And now let's look at this space from here to here. And we want -2, but we don't want it equal to. So we'll just do less than X. And then again, we don't want it equal to, so it's just less than -1. And it changed to green. If you want, you can hold this down and we can change it back to red if you'd like, change the colors and then hit enter again. And now let's do this very last one. It starts here at X equals +1 and ends all the way here. Not 3 1/10, right? Oh, it does not want to go 3. Here we go. X equals 3. And here it's not included, but here it is. So we write 1 is less than X, and then we say, but less than or equal to +3. And so you see, again, the dotted line mean it's not included, and the solid line means it is. And if you want it all to be red, we can change that to red. Maybe we don't, maybe we want this one to be black, if you'd like the slider line to be a black line. whatever color you like. And this is not important. This slider here, I just wanted to use that for illustration purposes. So I can just delete it now and get rid of that. I'm going to save this as a photo, and now I'm going to clear these. And now I'm going to also just click these to turn them off while we talk about the range. So I'm going to use the slider again, y equals 1, and then we're going to go from -5 to +8, and we'll just do 1. And here we'll use blue. We were using blue for the range. I want you to see, so I'm going to start here at the bottom, right? We're going to start here and we're going to drag up. We're at -3, we're at -2. Did we hit the graph? Yeah. So, right, we want to make this note, y equals -2. This is a place that we're going to start. Let's keep dragging our pencil, keep dragging or your hand across, right? We're hitting the y values. We're still hitting, right, the y values. Sorry, I'm going to make this, I do like the steps a little bit more, looks a little bit more fluid, right? So we here at -2, we're scrolling up, we see we're hitting the graph, we're still hitting the graph. And now look here, even though it's an open circle here, it's closed here. So that means even though there is one point that it doesn't exist, it still does exist here. So this, y equals 0 is included. Because it's included at one spot means it can be included, as long as it's included once, it can be included, right? It means it is included, even though it's not included there. That's mattered for the domain, but it does not matter for the range. And so we keep going up. And so I want you to notice that this whole space, right, is already included in, when we're looking up and down, right, when we're already looking up and down, this little piece over here is already included in this space of this one. So here, this is y equals +2. So we're not going to have 3 different pieces as we did with the domain for the range. We're only, because this one is already included in this one. And so we're going up there, and now we're going to keep going up. And again, we hit here at y equals 5, and we keep going all the way up to y equals 6. But again, these are not included. So I'm going to erase these here. And now let's write it as that interval. So it starts at -2 and it's included. So less than or equal to y. And now look, shoot it all the way up. And again, if we don't like red, we'll change it to blue. Oh, but it's hard to read the blue on blue. Maybe we'll do orange just for now so you can see the blue text. And then, but it doesn't go up all the way to infinity, right? It stops at y is less than +2. Boom, right there to there. And now I'll change it to blue so we can read on the outside. And now you can really see how clear it is that this piece is already included in that range. So we don't need that third piece of our range like we did with the domain. And now let's include this last little bit. We go from 5, but it's open circle. So we don't need equal to y. And then we're going to do less than 6, right? Again, it went all the way to infinity until I closed it with that, right? With this second part of that. No, erase. Can I erase this? I'm going to move this down. Y equals 5. I'll make that an equal sign. And now you can see, oh, cool. And so let's take a second and write this out. So here we can see the range is from -2 to +2, and right from +5 to +6, right? In this case, both of the endpoints are included. And then in this case, both of the endpoints are not included. And now let's turn those off for a second. And let me erase all of this here. And now, and I'm going to turn this line off. Let's put on the domain and we'll write it again. And you can write that in the set notation, right? With the inequalities, if you'd like. I was just running out of space, but here our domain then goes from, right now, left to right. -6 is included. -6 to -3, those are both included. We see both of these, right, less than or equal to's. But now keep going, right? We're moving left to right. -2 to -1, right? These endpoints are not included. And then we start at +1, but we end at +3, and that one is included. So the domain is, right, these three pieces, and the range is, right, only these two pieces. And if you want to turn them on, right, so you can kind of see how that one is subsumed in that. Oops, hold on.